Kids ready? Ready? Ready for the big clap? Okay, clap coming.
Can I sit down?
And they're off. Clap, 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 clap.
Yay!
Thank you. Thank you, made my day. Mike Pearson's the auctioneer. That was his big intro. He said, I want the big intro.
That's not quite right. It's Tim who wants a big intro. Thank you, Tim. You can't have a receipt now. I'll call you up in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, indeed my absolute privilege and pleasure to welcome you here on behalf of Harcourts, Team 102 Realty Limited, New Zealand's most trusted real estate brand for the last 7 consecutive years. The property we go to is number 99 North Street in Feilding. Now today you buy a fee simple title, simply the highest form of land ownership available to you, in a very generous 1,216 square metres more or less of flat terra firma. Don't underestimate the value of land, ladies and gentlemen. It is part lot 8, deposit plan 18677, certificate of title is volume 2, bar 34314 of the Wellington Land Registry Office. We sell with vacant possession. Settlement is set down as Friday the 17th of April 2020. Now the owners have said to me the other day they're very flexible with settlement dates, so if that doesn't quite work for you, they're more than happy to have a discussion to bring it forward a little bit or take it out a little bit. That'd be correct, wasn't it, Tim? Thank you. Now the chattels, the chattels are as stated. Now the only addition to the chattels list is the garden shed does stay with the property, okay? But the chattel list has been documented. Any queries or questions? Great. Right, Tim, over to you.
I know this house socially, as I've been there and had a drink, and it just works so well. It's a really private, lovely family home. And in fact, Alexa and Ben and their 3 kids don't really want to shift. It's just their selfish parents, the grandparents, have moved to Rotorua, and they think it's a great idea to have some more family support. So that is the only reason they're selling. If the grandparents were staying in Feilding, they would have stayed there quite happily for a long, long time. The 1,200 squares of land, I was there and the kids were rolling around. They got a couple of little dogs, they got rabbits, they got fruit trees, they got everything. It just works so well, and it's so private. So if you are here today, don't miss this opportunity. They're so few and far between. We're seeing handkerchiefs subdivided up, selling. This is one. You own the land. The land is the value is in the land. The house is just a means to enjoy it, and you will really enjoy that property. So think hard, push hard. This is your opportunity. Thanks, Mike.
Well done, Cookie. Feilding, I love Feilding. Friendly Feilding, they call it. The great thing about it, no traffic lights, and there are no parking meters. And it has been voted the most beautiful town in New Zealand on, I think it's about 13 or 14 occasions, Julie, would that be right? So there you go. People take pride in this location out here. It's a great location. And of course the house has been extensively renovated, so it's just move in, sit back and enjoy your new home. Impressive living areas flow out to that great outdoor area. Great for a couple of young children like this, I would suggest. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, opening bidder offer on 99 North Street. Who says go?
470.
How much?
470.
Thank you, sir. $470,000 and 470 front row. One judge in the crowd at $470,000. Happy to take increments of $10,000 bids. At $470,000 now at 470. One judge in the crowd at $470,000. 080 do I see? At 470 here. At 470 is one bid by today at $470,000. 80 bid. At 480 now at 490. Is it 490 or 500, sir?
490.
490. 500 is a good number to land on, I would suggest. At $490,000 and 490. At 490,000 bids here at 490. Once. 500. 500 bid. At 500,000. Five's the money now. 1,216 square metres of freehold terra firma. 4-bedroom home, beautifully presented. At 500,000 back row. At 500,000. Happy to take the 5, sir, if it helps you out. At 500. Okay, not going to argue with it. 510 then. 510. Better judge than me. At 510,000, the 510's the money, and 20 do I say. At 510. Once. Twice.
15.
Sorry?
515.
I thought that was 550, but I'm just selective hearing.
515.
Thank you. Just testing. 515. 520. $520,000 and 520. 520 to money. Right here, 520. 520. 5 again. 5 1/4 do I say? At 520 here. Big decision, take your time, have a conversation. 520. Front row.
You're allowed to ask. I'm not sure, Chief.
It might reach a reserve, these people just asking.
So at 520 we need to take instructions at that stage. 525.
Oh,
We need to get instructions.
I'm not at a level that I can put the property on the market, sir. 5 1/4 at 520 here. Once. Twice. Unfortunately our owners are not in the room, they've had to go to the hospital, so we'll have to give them a phone call at this level. At 520. Happy to pause the auction and have that conversation with them. Or take the 2. Take 2. Maybe we'll have a chat with the owners, Tim. Maybe that'll change their thinking. So I'm just going to pause at 520 and get some instructions. Be right back. Your patience, look, we don't take our job lightly. It's obviously a big decision for both buyers and sellers. So we've got an owner who's had to take his wife into the hospital today. She's not very well at all. So they're having some thoughts about where they're at and what they want to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the option aside at this stage, continue those discussions with our vendor and the highest bidder at this stage. And I'm going to bring Rangiotu onto the floor now, but what we'll do is have those discussions, then we'll bring North Street back into the auction room once we've got some clear instructions, okay? All happy with that? Sweet.
So that gives you time to make things up.
Oh, we didn't get the rocky music, that's okay.
Born to Ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I think we should have Born to be Wild playing off as we introduce this property here. So ladies and gentlemen, we now go to 63 Rangiotu Road in Heretaunga. Once again, you're buying a fee simple title. The area of land is 1.2267 hectares, more or less lot 1. Deposit plan 449516 and certificate of title is 569887. Vacant possession. Settlement date is the 3rd day of April 2020 or any other date mutually agreed upon by both parties. Now the chattels list has been attached to the documentation that's been available. There is no additions or deletions to that. That's all right. No additions or deletions to that, so we'll take that as being read by any interested parties here today. And if I can make it abundantly clear that you're bidding on a plus GST basis today. So it's plus GST. Okay? Right, Deb, all the floor is yours.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for everybody that's come along today to support Steph and Brendan and Bex. And so it's basically a bit of it's been an absolute pleasure to present this property. I've gone down a road that I cannot actually describe. It's full of passion. It is a property that has a huge amount of history, and I'm not really going to go into that because everybody who has interest in this property knows of the heart and soul that's gone into it. And it's basically being sold because Steph needs to move on, and we all know that. So we know that we have a business, and it's for somebody that can continue on with that legacy, with that dream of Bernie's. He had a dream, and yeah, it's been a wee road. So I do wish the buyers the very, very best. They have got an amazing opportunity to create their own place and make it their own, but also continue on. The people that I've met out there have just been unbelievable. I feel like I could be a bikie, I could be a car collector, I could be an elderly person, I could be a young family and go and enjoy this establishment. So wishing you all the best. Thanks for coming.
So it's an iconic property, ladies and gentlemen. Certainly just can't go down the road and find another property that meets or matches the needs of this particular property here. I was interested in Deb's advertising. It had an opportunity. So I went to the Collins Dictionary this morning and looked up opportunity just to see what it actually means. So what it means, it's a chance. A chance today. Or it's a moment. And the moment is now. That's what it means, ladies and gentlemen. Now what's transpired late last night, we had a pre-auction offer that was presented to our owners, which is at an acceptable level. I'm going to call that number out in a minute. That will be the opening bid. If I don't see better bidding, the property will be sold. Make it very clear, the property will be sold, but you in the room, if you're here with interest, do have an opportunity to bid on the property. So the bid that is acceptable to our owners is $460,000 plus GST. At $460,000, happy to take any advance on $460,000, otherwise we sell today at $460,000. The property changes hands to new owners, and I believe those new owners are going to take the property over and continue it in the vein that it's been continued in, Deb. So for those that are here, those that have graced the place on the odd occasion, all is not lost. So at $460,000. Any further advance at 460 63 Rangiotu Road, The Wines. Selling away. Playing for keeps. No second chances. It was good strategy by those buyers, apparently. At 460. Call it 3 times. Once. Twice. At 460,000. Third and final time. Property is going, and is sold. Congratulations, well done. So if you just bear with me now, we're going to go and have a conversation with our owner and our top bidder on North Street, and we'll be back with you in a minute later. Appreciate your patience. Like I say, it's a big decision for both buyers and sellers. So what's happened in the interim? Can I just confirm in the front row you've amended your bid and you were now at $530,000, correct? Thank you. So at $530,000, ladies and gentlemen, my owners have instructed me to sell the property today. So we sell away at $530,000. We play for keeps. At $530,000, 4 bedrooms, all the hard work's been done. 1,216 square metres of freehold terra firma. Happy to take the 1,000 in the room and put you in the VIP seats. At $530 here, calling it away 3 times at $530,000 on North Street. Play for keeps. Don't you regret in the room? As I've said, they haven't found a cure for it yet. At $530,000. Once. Twice. Definitely seen your best. Appreciate your bidding. Hopefully I might see it in my next auction, eh? For the third and final time, property is going, selling, and the property is sold. Congratulations, $530,000. Ladies and gentlemen, that completes your auction day. Look, congratulations to our successful purchases, commiserations to our underbidders. On behalf of Harcourt, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
How do you feel about that one, Mike?
Yeah, look, a little bit of hard work here today, but you know we've got some, we've got 2 probably sold under the hammer, so it's a 100% success rate. Some days they fall into place really easy, but today we've had to do a little bit of offer floor negotiations, but it's all worked out, and I think we've got some happy sellers and some happy buyers.
Well done.